completely felt up and diddled by the Bitcoin bears over the last couple of days as Bitcoin drops a massive couple of percent. Do the bears have the strength to give the bulls the ultimate beat down, reach around, and push price all the way down to this level? One thing is for sure, this simply could not get any bigger. Right now, the Bitcoin price sits at a very critical level during this weekend trading, and the big question as we get nearer and nearer to the opening of the new week, is Bitcoin going to continue dumping here? And I have three very, very interesting charts to show you, and some very also equally as interesting data as well. So if we take a squeak peek at Bitcoin's chart on the, we can go look at the bi-weekly chart, the 2-weekly chart. Momentum still for the MACD has been building, coiling, exactly like back in 2019, and something very big most likely seems right around the corner. However, if we take a look on Bitcoin's short-term charts, I think it does paint a very clear picture. And we did see at the very beginning of 2023, Bitcoin had a massive rumpusode to the upside. In fact, Bitcoin started off 2023 at $16,500. And in just 2 weeks, Bitcoin was then at $21,000. So 2023 has been so far only a pumpy year for Bitcoin if you zoom out. However, what you do notice is that the very beginning of February and then the very beginning of March as well were the two biggest dump-episodes of this year so far. And they both came after some sideways consolidation, and then led into Giga busts, okay? Busts bigger than you could ever imagine. I want you to close your eyes right now, and I want you to picture a tube of Go-Gurt, okay? Now picture squeezing that Go-Gurt as hard as you can, and it just exploding everywhere, right? Now imagine this. Close your eyes. Imagine holding 20 Go-Gurts and squeezing all 20 Go-Gurts at the same time. That would make such a mess, right? If all 20 of those Go-Gurts exploded, there would be Go-Gurt everywhere. And what I'm telling you is that Bitcoin might be about ready to perform a 20 Go-Gurt bust. However, is a 20 Go-Gurt dump on the cards first? And if we take a look here, you can see the structure. If we actually just transpose this structure that we saw, it kind of fits almost exactly with our current price action, where we had some sideways, a nice Giga pump, but not much higher than the previous highs. Right, so our highs of if we look at this, our highs of end of March were like 28,000, and then we squeaked all the way up to a little under 31,000. But now you can see the structure is very similar, and if we do repeat something very similar like that, that would literally bring us down to the level we have been talking about for the past month, a little bit below 25,000, wicking maybe even down to the 23,000 range, right? So I think that's very important to watch, and I think it's very important to kind of set your expectations at that level, because right now, if we're looking very, very short term, the momentum is down, very short term. But I started off talking about this bi-weekly chart, this 2-week chart, because overall the momentum over the next couple of weeks and months is bullish in my opinion. But if we zoom into like what will happen over the next couple of days or so, then I think it's very clear and obvious that we can make a case for it dumping a little bit more. But also if we take a zoom out and kind of just look at where all of this massive volume is, going all the way back to from the very end of 2020 to now, the biggest areas of volume for Bitcoin could not be more clear. We have right now, right around a little over 30, there's a massive level of volume, the highest in that range, where Bitcoin got rejected most recently. But right around the $23,000 to $24,000 level is also a massive area of support, and the biggest right around 20 and 19K is massive, and obviously around that 16,000 where the lows of this entire bear market are, right? So there is massive support below us, but again, that's exactly why I've been pointing out this zone, the bone zone, this zone right here, in between these two massive levels of resistance and support. And trading anywhere in this range is not very exciting to me. It's just ranging, in my opinion, even though there's about a $7,000 gap in that range, 25 to 32, roughly, and even a little more than that. It's a decent sized range. It's still pretty boring, and it's ranging, in my opinion. No decisive moves, really. And if Bitcoin does pull back down to this range here and holds and bounces, then I expect a massive retest and bust of this level here, where we could get that mid 30 to even low $40,000 price target for Bitcoin. But I also want to take a look at this. So Bitcoin pullback, Bitcoin bull market pullback drawdowns. Every Bitcoin bull market, according to Tur de Meester here, Demister. Every Bitcoin bull market comes with momentary lapses in confidence, pullbacks, or price declines called climbing the wall of worry, shakeouts, whatever you want to call it. And it's, in my opinion, yeah, exactly. I think we're in the middle of one of those right now. Nothing new. And also Willy Woo highlighting that despite the massive deleveraging of 2022 with FTX and everything like that, traditional wealth is still going towards crypto. And the 1st of July sees the launch of the first fund of crypto funds managed by a banking group, CIS, a Swiss private banking group managing $23 billion in assets. And again, there is more and more interest in Bitcoin retail. And I believe behind the scenes a lot of institutional, even though that institutional is not really in the U.S. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'm not talking about the U.S. Worldwide, the world is getting more interested in crypto. The U.S. has their priorities a little messed up, or they're unfortunately under control by some bad actors that are, like Gary Gensler, that are trying to sabotage everything. But taking a look at this heat map, you can see as well this liquidity map, 25,000. Looking like a good pullback area according to LBI Trader here on Twitter, which lines up with what I've been saying as well. And also, very important, if we zoom out, continuing jobless claims are actually starting to pick up a little bit, which is exactly what the Fed cares about, and that's exactly what could potentially guarantee that this next FOMC meeting in just about 2 weeks may be the last 25 basis point hike before a pause or a pivot. So very big. And I'm still trading this move, actually looking, again, at some of those levels, maybe 23 or 24 to maybe add to these positions. But currently I'm still up about 20,000 in profit. And as you guys know, I'm keeping a lot of my trades open. I'm basically keeping a lot of these trades open until I bust or I double bust. Meaning these are kind of Hail Mary, absolute Giga busts and thrusts is what I'm looking at right here. But if you're interested, you can sign up with Femex below, get massive deposit and sign up bonuses. There's a quick tutorial popping up. It takes 2 minutes max to sign up on Femex, and as well 0 fees if you sign up with my link for spot trading, which is very important as well. So many tools to really help you with trading there. Without any further ado, that's it for me. Bye bye.